program is all about, whether it's in the music or the performing arts or our artwork, is that the kids really get that confidence with seeing that they are creating something. And so many programs around the world have been cut in the arts, and we're so proud at St. Stephen's that this is something that we feel is really, really important. And so our whole fine arts department, with Molly Grady and Janine Elisha as our co-chairs of the department, work really hard with us to show the importance of it, as well as, you know, keep creating and finding fun ways to have these kids have some great opportunities. So we are moving forward, as we have since COVID, to figure out a way to get the STEAM Center built. You're going to be hearing more and more about that, and that's going to incorporate an auditorium, which we feel is really a need. We had our first phase of this, and then COVID hit and we kind of got stalled. So we're excited to get things rolling again, so that we can not only have a great place for our science, technology, engineering, but absolutely have a space for our program here. So a big thank you to Mrs. Elisha, and for all that she does, and the time and effort, and just her energy. I think you will see it in how she even wants to be part of the cast, so that's exciting. But appreciate y'all coming out, and I've actually watched probably 3 of these shows because the kids have put it on, so I'm kind of excited to see it tonight, to see how far they've progressed. I've watched it where they just had their scripts in hand, and we'll see how it goes tonight. But thank you for coming, and we're proud of your children. So.
Thank you.
So yes, on that note, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here tonight. A couple of things. We've had the opportunity to perform this show quite a few times. We started for 2nd grade and have performed it all the way up through the 6th grade. And we have in the past had an opportunity to perform, like when we do our musicals, perform for maybe 1 or 2 grade levels. But taking this show and being able to show it to so many grade levels has been a wonderful experience for the cast. They've really gotten to see the excitement and the enthusiasm that live theater can provoke in children. And then we've always done a Q&A afterwards, so the students, the little guys asked questions, some individually about a particular actor and some just in general about putting a show on. And it's been really fun for me as the teacher to be able to see the growth that the students in the class have been able to gain doing this production. So typically I'm not in the performances. I get the opportunity to just direct. Our cast the students picked this show, Aladdin, and when we picked it, we had 6 students in the cast, and then due to scheduling circumstances, one of the students had to leave this class and join a different class, and at that point, you're going to see the students are already playing multiple roles, and so it was, unfortunately, I just had to jump in, and I shouldn't say unfortunately because I have loved every minute of it. It's been so fun getting to act and perform on stage with the students. This mask that I'm wearing, a couple of us are wearing these. These are professional Broadway masks. So some of the actors before Broadway shut down, when they started masking, someone designed these masks, and you can probably tell that I still am speaking quite clearly and you can hear me just fine. It enhances the projection. It doesn't hinder like a traditional mask does. So we ordered those last year, and fortunately some of us have them now, so we can use them. I did make the masks optional. Videoing is fine. I just ask you to please don't post it on YouTube. Keep it private for your own family viewing pleasure. If you're taking any pictures, no flash photography. And this show, I think by now you know, is Aladdin. It is not a musical, so you will not see any singing. It's about an hour, and I hope you enjoy it. Have a fun time with us.
Stop! This moment!
Stop in the name of the Grand Sultan!
We command you to
Stop!
Now!
Or face the worst of punishments.
When we catch you
Why? What have I done?
Not what you have done.
What you were about to do.
trying to enter the Grand Sultan's palace.
Me, a lowly beggar of the streets,
The lowliest.
Swine.
Filth!
trying to enter the Grand Sultan's palace, you say?
From the roof.
Oh, from the roof.
You were seen on the roof.
Impossible.
By the princess.
By the princess?
The Grand Sultan's daughter.
She actually saw me?
Now she's gone.
Gone?
You will pay with your life.
When we catch you,
I'm sure the Grand Sultan has better things to do than pick apart a lowly beggar of the streets.
Out of our way.
Whoa,
Out of our
whoa,
way.
whoa.
away.
Whoa.
Out of my way.
What?
Such a problem, those. Known throughout the city as bullies.
Oh, hello, my friends. So nice to see you.
Have you been waiting long? Perhaps you've come here to learn more about that one, that imp, and those, the Grand Sultan's palace guards.
Please, first let me tell you, that imp is not imp. Not really. A little mischievous, perhaps. Yes, definitely mischievous. But not the kind of person who would invite trouble into anyone's house. That is, of course, unless you're the Grand Sultan's guards.
Then, that one might bring great trouble. You wonder, what is his name?
His name is Aladdin. He has a very special interest in the Grand Sultan's palace.
Did he say that he was not trespassing at the palace?
I don't know. It may not be totally true.
Where is Adora, a worthless one?
Yes. Where is our Grand Sultan's daughter?
I tell you, I've been nowhere near the Grand Sultan's palace.
Oh, the Grand Sultan will decide that after he has your tongue for lying to us.
Or the magician has had you quartered.
Neither of which appeal to me too much.
Well, as you can see, my friends, the story of Aladdin is quite an adventure.
And also quite old.
A story that happened here in Arabia many, many years ago, when sultans themselves were thieves dressed in rich clothing.
We have told this story quite often, in truth, very often. But now, today, all of you sitting here so intently listening, perhaps it is time to tell the story of Aladdin once more, and from the beginning.
We would be honored to do so.
To begin, and such a beginning, with Aladdin himself, a young boy who was very, very poor.
Please, for my family, we have no food. Please, for my family, we have no...
Suleiman,
Eh?
how goes it today, friend Suleiman?
The same, and you.
The same, hungry.
Very.
As I said, Aladdin and his mother were very poor. They had
No food, not for many days.
Please, for my family, we have no food.
Do people actually help you, Suleiman?
A little. It is better than going hungry.
Then I must do as you. Please, for my family, we have no food.
But you, young one, you are strong. You are fast. You can take what you want.
Take, like steal? No. As poor and hungry as I am, poorer and hungrier I will be if, Allah forbid, I steal.
You will steal nothing?
Never.
Not even a look at the Grand Sultan's daughter.
Is looking stealing?
If only I could look.
Then I will describe her to you, my friend. The Grand Sultan's daughter is, in all of the world, the most beautiful of princesses.
So you did look.
In truth, if looking is stealing, then I am the worst of robbers and the greatest of thieves.
And the princess, does she know you looked?
No, I looked from the limb of a tree, and when she came near in her courtyard below, I made the sounds of a monkey.
Ah, so the Grand Sultan's daughter thinks you are a monkey.
Yes, and that's all I can ever be to her, as poor my mother and I are.
Please, for my family, we have no food.
And yet, my friends, Aladdin and his mother, they had much goodness and kindness. And in possessing these, they were among the richest of people. But, of course, they could not eat goodness and kindness. And so,
Aladdin, Aladdin, where are you, my Aladdin?
Aladdin's mother. So often she never knows where her son can be found or what he is doing.
Aladdin. Oh, this boy, my son Aladdin. He is never around when I need him. What can I do? Put a rope around his neck or a collar around his ankle and keep him forever tied close to me? Aladdin.
Yes, mother. Look, mother, I brought bread.
You have bread.
Much bread.
Wonderful, my Aladdin.
We shall eat well tonight.
Yes, and certainly we shall even eat well tomorrow. Maybe even 2 days from now, we shall still be eating this fine bread of yours. But tell me, my Aladdin, where did you get this bread and so much of it?
Allah provides.
Yes, surely, but this much bread, where did you get it, Aladdin?
Allah is good.
With the help of your 2 quick hands, I suppose. I do not want to take your son.
With the help of my 2 hands, yes. But I tell you, I did not steal this bread.
Oh, Aladdin, I cannot eat this bread, as hungry as I am. For stealing is most wrong and will only bring more trouble upon our heads.
Believe me when I tell you, I did not steal it.
Believe him when he says that. Aladdin is honored and not a thief.
Then how?
My friend, Suleiman, the beggar. He crawls around the streets with his hands upraised, please, for my bread.
Suleiman, the beggar, he has no family, no wife, no children.
And neither do I, your son, thank Allah.
What?
With no family, Suleiman does not have to share what he is given, and the same goes for me.
No family, me, your mother. What am I?
You, mother, are more than family. You are special, very special. But understand, if I tell the people on the streets that I have someone very special at home, they will say Allah has already blessed you, you do not need our help. But if I tell them I have family, they might give. So
now my son becomes a beggar.
yes, and a good one. Once, I even fell down, rolled all over, and shook as if very ill. And the people in the streets, thinking that they must help one as poor as I, they did.
With bread. The people in the streets gave you bread.
Yes, they gave me bread. No, they gave me money. A little at first, but as I got better, more and more. And with that money, I went to the market, bought the bread, and ran home as big as my 2 feet could carry me. So yes, mother, I did get it with my 2 hands.
And tomorrow, when we are again in need of food, you will again become a beggar.
Well, not tomorrow. You yourself said we may not need food for as many as 2 or 3 days if we eat sparingly. And by then, who knows, money could fall from the sky.
And I will become the mother of a prince. But in truth, I already am the mother of a prince. The prince of the streets. There is no finer prince anywhere.
Which makes you, mother, a queen.
Queen, if only it can be so.
It already is so, to me.
Then come, most esteemed one, let us eat our bread now.
As you can see, Aladdin is most resourceful.
He thinks quickly and can make much from nothing. Such is good when he and his mother are so very poor.
Now on to another person, a most important person in our adventure. Please let me ask you to be very quiet and most respectful, so as to know that if you disdain the Grand Sultan, great trouble may fall upon your heads.
Adora, my daughter, where are you?
She cannot be found, most esteemed one.
Cannot be found.
We have searched everywhere.
Adora is not in the palace?
So it would appear.
How is that possible?
We've searched everywhere, and the palace gates have been shut and locked since dawn. No one has come or entered the palace all day.
No one?
There was a beggar, most esteemed one.
A beggar?
A filthy wretch of the streets, wise one, who dared to come close to the palace.
How close?
If we tell you, we may perhaps lose our heads.
And if you do not tell me, you will surely lose your heads.
Either way, we're surely about to be headless men.
Who will, as my word is law, not live to see another hour if they do not tell me how close this beggar came to the palace, and for what reason.
For what reason? We do not know.
He climbed a tree and made sounds like a monkey.
When we realized he wasn't.
We stoned the monkey.
Who was this beggar you thought a monkey?
Who he was, we do not know.
Then how do you know there even was a beggar?
He fell from the tree.
Because of the stones you threw?
Because he leaned out too far on a limb.
Why?
We do not know.
But we chased him.
And caught him, of course.
No.
No?
Unfortunately not.
My daughter? Has this beggar who you thought a monkey stolen my daughter?
Never.
Then where is my Adora?
We do not know.
The magician. Perhaps he will know.
The magician is also not to be found.
Not to be found? My daughter, my magician, not in the palace? Who is in the palace?
Everyone who serves you, most esteemed one.
But not very well, I see. By Allah, that I be surrounded by such foolish sluggards as you two. Now find my daughter.
Yes, most esteemed one.
Your heads, if you don't.
The Grand Sultan is a harsh taskmaster, and those who would serve him must do so without error or find themselves without their heads. I promised you moments ago that you would meet someone very special. And now, as the law would have it, this someone very special cannot be found in the palace. Of course, there was a beggar near the palace up a tree, and you know who that beggar was, but that is for another time.
I must have it for my own. With it, I will make myself the Sultan of all Arabia, with all the power, all the wealth, and all the respect I deserve, which is not nearly enough as is offered to me by these filthy ones surrounding me.
Need I tell you who he is, or what he's like?
But how to have it for my very own, when I am not even allowed to step 1 foot into the cave. That cave, that pitiful hole in the ground, will give up its precious treasures to me, or I am not the greatest magician of all time.
Greed. That was the magician's finest quality, or what he had the most of. So much, in fact, that no one was safe in his hands, or even near him.
Boy, you there. Boy! Stop that.
Me, esteemed one?
Do you see another boy in the streets?
Could one as old as me, one as tall as me, still be a boy?
One whose tongue knows not when to stop, no matter how tall, no matter how old, is still a boy. And you, ragged one, what is your name? I asked you a question. I expect an answer. What is wrong with you? A moment ago you spoke, and now you don't?
Well, a moment ago I learned what a man is, so I stopped my tongue.
You impertinent boy, do you not know who I am?
No more than you know who I am, or you would not be calling me boy.
Then who are you? Have I not asked?
I am a prince of the streets.
A prince of the streets. Then where are your servants? I don't see any.
Right here, no finer servants anywhere.
And perhaps I have need of your servants.
What?
Or maybe I could give you real servants.
Oh, and a palace in which to live.
You now want a palace too? How selfish are you?
Oh, not for me, never for me, for someone very special.
Ah, even as I am someone very special.
You are?
Come with me, and I will show you.
I cannot. I have to bring this bread to Suleiman.
The beggar.
Oh, you know him.
I who could give you servants, many servants, and a palace for someone very special. And you are taking bread to a beggar.
Suleiman needs it.
And I have needs too.
Oh, well then by all means, esteemed one, I offer you this bread.
Not that kind of need.
Suleiman needs this bread in great gratitude for he who has taught me much.
And I can teach you more.
Do I want to learn what you can teach?
Well, everyone wants to learn of riches and great wealth.
Oh, both of which you have.
And soon, even more.
I must be going now. Suleiman needs his bread.
No, I don't think that's right. I believe you should be coming with me.
No, I cannot.
You will come with me, because you are a most honorable Matin person. You will be welcome to enter the cave.
Enter the cave?
And a most enchanted cave holding the most precious of treasures.
Are you not welcome in the cave?
Me? Not welcome?
But why else would you be asking someone who you do not know, who you do not trust to enter the cave?
Because you are kind and good.
I am?
No greed is within your heart.
I have not seen my heart, so how am I to know what is or is not within it?
Why else would you pass up wealth of every kind to take a piece of bread to a beggar?
Because doing so is right.
Do what is right by me, and you will have all the bread you could ever need or want to feed to as many filthy beggars as you desire.
Can I trust you?
You shall live to see the truth, what you have said.
Then I will live to see the truth another day.
Hey, you would run away from me? The Grand Sultan's magician?
What?
As you see, you've met someone very important today.
Yeah, and someone very dangerous.
What was that?
Nothing. I now hear Suleiman calling to me to go to him.
You will hear the cracking of my whip against your back if you do not come with me.
Suleiman needs this bread. He'll die if I don't get it to him.
And he'll die anyway if you don't get me what I need. You have but to enter the cave for me. Get me what I want, what I must have. And then, your eyes will never close on the many good things I will give you.
No, I cannot.
You will. Now, come with me. The day is getting shorter, and as such, my presence will soon be missed at the Grand Sultan's palace.
What about me? Soon my presence will be missed.
Who cares about a filthy beggar boy?
Aladdin, where are you? Aladdin, Aladdin, Aladdin.
Adora, my daughter, where are you?
Aladdin, my son, where are you?
Adora.
Aladdin.
Help!
Here, Father.
Finally.
Why so much concern, Father?
Where have you been?
Within the palace's walls? Where else can I go?
Since dawn.
Since dawn, Father.
But my guards, none were able to find you.
Father, haven't you ever wished to not be found by the palace guards?
It is not meant to be so in our lives.
And haven't you ever wished to go beyond the palace walls?
Nothing but rabble out there.
Rabble, Father?
No one good.
Surely not everyone. These are your subjects.
Who belong where they are, in the streets, outside of our palace walls, even as we belong here, inside the wall.
But why?
Fate.
Fate keeps us locked behind palace walls?
Adora, my dearest desert flower, here is where you were born, and here is where you will stay.
Never to roam the desert?
It is too dangerous.
Never to ride a camel?
They are too smelly. Besides, if you want to ride a camel, we will have a caravan driven into our courtyard. Take your pick of any camel and ride all day long, inside the palace walls.
Am I little more than a bird in a cage?
But the most beautiful of birds.
Who wishes freedom?
Freedom.
Who wishes her wings, if she were a bird, could carry her up beyond the palace walls, soaring into the clouds.
Adora, do not be so foolish.
If I could but wish for myself, I would wish to run like other children, to run and play throughout all of the marketplace.
In the marketplace, Allah forbid.
I would wish to be like other children.
But you are not like other children, my beautiful Adora. You are the Grand Sultan's daughter, which means
Prison.
never, my beautiful daughter.
Am I never to leave here?
Only when the finest of all princes comes to take you to his palace.
To another prison.
Fate, my daughter, wondrous fate for you.
And when will I meet this finest of all princes, father?
Fate,
May it be slow in working.
Adora,
I want to see the world beyond this palace, father.
is not safe.
Please.
No, only this morning a beggar climbed to the highest tree and he,
Made himself a monkey.
to harm you,
How could he do that, father? The limb wasn't even strong enough to hold him.
he could have gone inside the palace walls and kidnapped you.
Really? With all your guards standing watch?
Have you seen my guards? I have the worst of all guards.
Fate, father, fate that you might wish to change.
There's no reasoning with you.
And no wishing for me.
So now you have met everyone in our adventure. No, not quite everyone. For that to happen, you must use your imagination, which is truly a most wonderful and most wondrous gift. To be able to see in your mind what is not in front of your eyes, such as this. In your imagination, this is a cave, completely empty except for one precious treasure. One very precious treasure. And one curious prince of the streets.
How much deeper into the cave?
Until you can find it.
Find what?
A lamp.
A lamp. We came all this way for a lamp. Surely, in the marketplace, you could have.
Cease this useless chatter and find the lamp.
And if I can't?
Keep searching until you can.
Come help me.
I cannot. You know I cannot.
And I cannot.
Then, how about I shut you up in that cave? Would that motivate you?
You would what?
Forever.
Forever. Ah,
Aladdin, have you found that lamp?
Perhaps.
Bring it to me immediately.
I cannot. It's very heavy. I can barely lift it.
Nonsense, Aladdin. The lamp is small, very small. You can easily bring it to me.
Come help me.
No.
Then you shall not have your lamp.
Then you shall be shut up in the cave.
Forever.
Yes, forever. Bring me that lamp.
Give me my palace.
I am no fool.
Neither am I.
How long do you think you will live when I cause that cave to be shut tight with no air?
As long as it takes for someone to find me.
That someone would have to miss you first.
Many will.
Not with my spell blinding their eyes.
You wouldn't.
Bring me the lamp.
Give me my palace.
A palace in a cave?
You're a grand magician, are you not?
A grand magician who's about to shut you up in that cave.
No, no.
Forever.
No.
Bring me the lamp, Aladdin.
No, magician, let me out. Let me out, magician.
The lamp is safe inside the cave, unlike you. I will find another to get me that lamp. And when that other enters the cave, they will not only find a lamp, but a skeleton. Yours!
Magician! Let me out.
No one can hear you, oh foolish one.
It's closed. The cave is closed.
It seems to be that Aladdin is shut up in that cave for much time. Could be days, could be hours. It's already been minutes. But it could also be
Forever.
what to do. There's nothing to do.
Aladdin is in the cave.
What can poor Aladdin do? How can he get himself out of the cave?
Anyone here have an idea?
Shout it out, let's hear it.
The lamp.
The lamp? That little worthless lamp?
What could Aladdin do with that lamp? Dig himself out?
Why did the magician want this lamp? It's so old and grimy and...
Suddenly, as Aladdin was trying to clean and polish the lamp, there was a great noise, sounding like
Thunder?
And the cave seemed to be...
Shaking?
What?
Is the cave falling down?
I don't know.
Do you wish the cave to fall down, Master?
Who said that?
I did. Do you wish the cave to fall down, Master?
It will?
If you wish it.
If I wish it, who are you?
Your servant.
My servant.
Of course. You are my master.
I am your master.
Master.
Impossible. I'm no one's master. Who are you anyway?
The genie of the lamp.
The genie of the lamp. Where did you come from?
From there.
From here.
Yeah.
How did you even fit in here?
Magic.
Oh, magic. Could I fit in here?
If you wish it.
If I wish it.
Anything you wish will be granted.
Anything I wish will be granted?
By me.
Anything?
Anything.
So I could wish for a palace?
You have what to make a wish?
I wish for a palace. You give me a palace.
What size?
Maybe even 2 palaces.
200 palaces, if you wish it.
What would I do with 200 palaces?
Whatever you wish.
When?
Whenever you wish it.
Well, I wish out of this cave now. Whoa, we're out of the cave. You did it?
You wished it.
I did. I wish it. How many wishes do I get?
As many as you desire.
As many as I desire.
As long as you have the lamp.
Which won't be for long.
The magician,
Give me that lamp.
not on your life.
I'll have your life.
Not as long as I have the lamp. Right, Genie?
It's
It's mine. That lamp is mine.
How do you figure?
This is how. Eagles fly high, moles burrow low. Imps like you should be frozen head to toe. Now, the lamp.
No.
The lamp. It's mine.
Genie? Help.
I can't.
What?
Problems, love? Can't get anything done.
Genie, whatever you can do, do it.
I can't.
Why?
You haven't wished it?
No, I soon
I wish you lost again. Great going, Genie.
Not for much
I
luck.
wish you could be like me. Great going, Genie. I wish to be unfrozen. Thank you, Genie.
Anytime.
You really do mean any wish, huh? We must get going.
Wait, what about me?
Every man for himself, magician.
You. Curse you, Aladdin. And you too, Genie.
Struggle as he might, the evil magician had great difficulty undoing the masterful work of the genie, done of course at Aladdin's wish. Nothing he tried seemed to work.
Beetles are small, lice even worse. I demand to reverse this ghastly curse. By the stars at night and the moon so bright, I wish to be a man of height. Guards! Guards! Guards!
Magician, what are you doing?
Help me.
What's wrong with you?
Can't you tell? I'm frozen.
Doesn't usually get cold here this time of year.
Doesn't usually get freezing cold in the desert ever, idiot.
It was magic.
Your magic backfired?
That's mine, you fool!
Somebody else's.
Yes, somebody else's.
We've told you before, magician.
Don't
leave the Grand Sultan's palace without us.
Come help me!
How?
Carry me back to the palace?
A big guy like you can't walk on his own.
You idiot! If I could walk on my own, would I be here frozen stiff?
You do so many strange things, magician.
And I'll do even stranger to you if you don't get me back to the palace.
Threaten us, and we'll walk away.
Whoa, hey! Just get me back to the palace now.
Promise you'll be nice to us when we get back to the palace?
Promise you won't turn us into anything like lice or rats.
Or beggars?
You idiots! Just get me back to the palace!
Finally, the guards succeeded, carrying the magician back to the Grand Sultan's palace, where he consulted ancient writings and even older spells. But more on this later, because at this very moment, Aladdin was sharing the genie's unique powers with a friend.
Please, for my family, is there no one who will help me? Please, for my family, we have no food.
Suleiman!
My beggar friend.
How goes it today, Suleiman?
How should it go? Is today any different than yesterday? Or
Yes.
last week?
Much different.
Ah, you have found happiness. The princess, perhaps?
The princess, not yet, but happiness, yes. So, Suleiman, if I could wish for you, what would your wish be?
Wish for me?
If I could give you any one wish, what would your wish be, Suleiman?
Oh, young one, please do not trick a helpless and surely most worthless man.
You are not worthless, Suleiman.
To everyone but you.
What would your wish be?
Need you ask?
I would not want to wish wrong.
To receive my sight, that I could see the sky so beautiful above,
that I could see the faces of those who give me even but a little, and that I could see the faces of those I have only touched.
I wish for Suleiman to see all that he wishes.
I see! I can see! The sky! I have never seen the sky!
Now you do.
Aladdin?
It's me.
Is it really you, my beggar friend?
Well, please, for my family.
It is you! It is Aladdin!
Now you can find work.
I shall. In gratitude for what I received, I shall find work and help others. But how have you wrought this miracle of my sight?
She knows many things.
She?
Oh, another friend, Suleiman. We must be going.
And I must be helping others.
Good luck.
Look, everyone, I see the sky. I've never seen the sky so beautiful above.
So what? So no one must know about you?
You would wish the lamp to be stolen and your powers lost?
Never.
Then the lamp must be kept secret. Always.
Got it. Secret, always. Did you see how happy you made Suleiman? You have the power to do so much good.
You have that power. I only convey your every wish.
My every wish?
As I told you before, in the cave.
So I could be made a prince.
No.
No. But what if I wish to be a prince?
A prince is more than fine clothes and a huge and most expensive turban and all the jewels and riches of the earth. Because a true prince is a matter of heart. And that I cannot give, no matter how much you wish it.
Everything else though?
You have but to make a wish.
Fine clothes?
Is this your wish?
Yeah. How do I look?
Like a prince.
Something's missing. Better now?
What do you wish me to say?
I wish you to say the truth.
You look better than a prince.
Would
If the
it-
clothes made the prince.
Would it fool everyone?
Everyone.
Anyone?
Who do you wish to fool?
The princess?
You've seen her?
Yes. From the limb of a tree. And as a monkey.
As a monkey?
Something else that must be kept a secret always.
Do you wish it?
Yes.
And it shall be kept secret that you were once a monkey.
I wasn't a monkey. I only acted like a monkey.
Whatever.
Anyway. Second thoughts. I don't wish to fool the most beautiful of princesses. For if she was to be fooled by my princely appearance, how would she know me when I was a beggar?
Is this your wish?
Yes.
Not to fool the most beautiful of all princesses?
Yes.
Stop!
This moment!
Stop!
Help us, Exalted One! Help us stop this thief!
He called me Exalted One. Stop! Your attempted escape is over.
Let me go.
Why, so you can run back to the Grand Sultan's palace?
I would never run back there.
No, you're gonna be running to prison.
No, that palace is a prison.
Especially if you even dared to harm the princess.
Foolish prince, let go of me. I have harmed no one.
No. Stop!
Stop! Stop!
It's mine.
Stop!
The lamp.
Aladdin!
No.
What?
Aladdin!
What are you doing? Lay out!
The lamp!
The magician's got
The
The lamp. Finally, after all these years, what I've wanted more than life.
Genie?
I am helpless.
Helpless?
She's mine, Aladdin. If I have the lamp, That means the genie's mine. It's a package deal, you might say.
But the Grand Sultan's orders to catch that runaway.
No.
That's a runaway, yes. I am the Grand Sultan now.
What?
Or soon I will be, just as soon as I wish it.
No. You will never be the Grand Sultan.
What? You think not? Oh, filthy one. Soon I will wish myself the Grand Sultan, having that fool.
The fool.
Yes, the fool. The old, incompetent fool who wears the exalted turban. When I am Grand Sultan, I will wish him away to banishment, far into the reaches of the desert, where even camels fear to tread.
And what about his daughter, the princess?
Ah, yes, the princess. I almost forgot about her. She shall be wished even further away, to the moon if I can wish it.
You
No.
wouldn't do that.
No, never to Princess Adora.
Who's to stop me?
Genie?
I'm sorry, Aladdin, but I can't.
So good of you to recognize proper emotion.
Master.
Now, Genie, I wish. Whoa! No thief! Guards, run and save the lamp for me! You shall be greatly rewarded!
Magician, I don't care what you do to me. And I know that I will never be worthy of the princess. But now then, care to melt away, magic boy?
Aladdin, how could a foolish beggar boy ruin my plan?
No, we don't want to melt away.
You.
Aladdin.
What to do with you?
Aladdin.
Stop it, Gene. I haven't wished anything towards this one yet. Especially if she did harm the princess.
I wish no harm to.
The princess
Yes, Aladdin.
in the streets,
Yes, Aladdin.
dressed as a beggar. Why?
I wanted to see what life was like away from the court and especially away from my father was like.
But you could have been harmed by anyone. By me?
And I wanted to find a prince.
Oh.
A real prince. Before my father brought to the palace a prince from another palace I will have to marry. I wanted to find a true prince.
Interesting.
A prince who is brave, but a prince who is also kind of good. A prince who would protect me,
Uh-huh.
yet who would love me.
Okay.
And he sounds like a monkey.
You did.
Adora,
Father!
where have you been?
The Grand Sultan?
But father, I told you my wish, to see life outside the palace walls.
Where you could have been harmed. What are these two? I will have them arrested immediately if they even dare to touch my daughter. Such rabble on the outside of the palace walls.
But father, you don't understand. This rabble from outside the palace walls saved me from harm by those within the palace walls.
What?
The magician, father, he means you great harm, but it is enough to know that these two were of great help to me.
I must be forever grateful to you both for your kindness to my daughter. Would you come to my palace tonight and partake of my hospitality?
The palace, Your Highness?
Immediately. I am most grateful, kind prince.
We will be coming to your palace tonight immediately.
Then come.
He thinks I'm a prince.
You are. Because of your kindness and goodness, and your deeds that you did moments ago when I could not be of help to you, that is a sign of a true prince.
I guess I am a prince.
Aladdin coming to my palace?
Yes. And this time, not from the limb of a tree.
But I like you up in that tree.
And so, my friend, our story comes to a close. He is a true prince, that Aladdin, knowing now that what he is as a person is much more important than what he has. And in the Grand Sultan's palace, with the genie standing beside him. No, that's a story for another day. I hope you'll come to see that story. But until then, salam.
lights and has only had one rehearsal, and she did a great job. The class will go out into the hallway if you want to just say hi or take some pictures and costumes and those kind of things, and then they'll change and